American Eagle stock up 23% today as Trump praises the ad, calling it the hottest ad out there. I want to talk about the technical analysis and how this is just the beginning for American Eagle stock. Today alone, we're up 24% on our position, but we talked about 10 days ago how this was such an amazing setup. We talked about the catalyst, and today we're seeing that run up, and it's really the beginning of what is going on because we have so much room to the upside for this stock, and it is still heavily undervalued if we take a look at the 2-decade support. So if you guys do enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe with notifications on, and also make sure to follow me on X. I do post a lot on X and I do more frequent updates over there. So let's get started here for American Eagle. The first thing that we have today is we have more fuel adding into the stock. We have pretty much the two most famous people currently talking about American Eagle. What this is going to do is this is going to add volume and this is going to add eyes to this stock. And when we have Reddit and when we have Wall Street Bets, and we have the hype and we have the retail starting to get in, they're going to take a look at this technical analysis, how it's pretty much screaming bullish, and not just the hype of it, but how it really is undervalued. We're talking about a 2-decade level of support, and the idea is we want to buy low and we want to sell high. In the past 10 days, we had an amazing entry on the stock, and I'll be going more into the technical analysis in a little bit, but what's important is that this matters. Okay, people don't really understand what's going on. People saying creep, or I went on my ex account and deleted her name from appearing in my feed. I'm in the game of making money, and that is what I am good at. And we can already see on the Google Trends, we can see, for example, past 30 days, that American Eagle stock, we were already going to see more activity on their websites, more sales, and this is why the stock is going up and putting more pressure to the upside. We have the president talking about it. Anything the president touches, it pretty much goes up. So we have two of the most famous people talking about it. And again, I am in the game of making money, and I don't care. Really, I don't have ties to any political party or any ideas. Whatever makes me money, that is what I am going to do. And I think that is the best sort of viewpoint to have, because we have so much experience with 2 different election cycles and everything. So in this video, let's take a look at the technical analysis right now. So we have the overall bigger picture, bigger time frame that we talked about. We can take a look at the monthly time frame. Really, we got the best entry over here. The RSI is still pretty much oversold here, but we can see that this technical analysis is absolutely amazing. It is so appealing, and once we have people taking a look at the chart and people analyzing the stock with this much volume, we're going to see a huge pressure to the upside. Now, I want to take a look at the daily time frame here, because what's interesting is we have been trading sideways, consolidating, and we have been in this downtrend, and it's pretty much confirmed that we have broken the downtrend here. And the interesting part is we did came back down. So this was when American Eagle stock sort of announced the ad and the campaign, and then the stock dipped, and this was sort of the perfect entry right over here, because you bought in after the hype of that ad. And then today we held this level of support and we're sort of breaking out to the upside. So we're taking a look over here. We've been consolidating, and let's talk about our price targets here. And we have many price targets here, so we're going to go to horizontal ray. And in our last video of American Eagle, we talked about how 13.28 was going to be our first price target. So we already hit our first price target for American Eagle. Next, we're going to have a resistance at $15. $15 is also a nice mental number. And then we're going to the upside. We have $20. We have this gap to the upside. Now I'm going to be holding my shares for a couple months. That is what I'm going to do. We have school starting again. So we have the summer school starting. People need to buy their jeans, and they're going to go to American Eagle to get their jeans. And then hopefully I think we're going to have a positive earnings report with all of what's going on, all of this campaigning and how successful this ad was. So I'm going to have the earnings. So I really do think my conservative price target is going to be $15. And we can see, that's going to be a solid 43% gain from our entry that we made. But we can take a look at $15, and then we can also see $20 in like December. So that's what I'm thinking. $20, especially if we have Wall Street bets and we have the whole Reddit and the whole hype train, taking a look at the stock, and we have more news and catalysts like this. But we also have to be careful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my stop loss at break even. I think it's good to have your stop loss at break even because we're already up a good amount. But this is going to be a resistance. Once we enter the $15 area, this is when I want to start considering to take profits, because again, that's going to be around that's like a 50% gain or a 40% gain at this level at $15. So, maybe cutting 25% of our position and then leaving that stop loss at break even is going to be good. But I do want to ride this whole uptrend to the upside, because we can take a look at the bigger time frame and we could see that we have so much room to the upside. If we take a look at the bigger picture, we're talking about a couple months. Again, this candle, each one of these candlesticks is 1 month. So if we're talking about a year out, we're taking a look at $20. So $20 is sort of our conservative price target. And again, we had a very similar play in Macy's. We bought in shares right around over here at in 2023. You can go to our YouTube channel and you can check on X as well as the Discord. It was a 88% move, okay? And that was in like 3 months. So we hit that in 3 months. You see this candlestick, this candlestick. I'm talking about moves like these. So we're talking about this candlestick is a 26% move. This is a 30% move. So for American Eagle stock, where again, we're talking about these candlesticks. This monthly candlestick is 31%. This is 11%. This is over 20%. And, we're talking about candlesticks like these in a month. This candlestick already is 12%. So we're talking about moves like these, 20% each month. That is our price target for American Eagle stock and what we are taking a look at. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure to comment down below. I will be responding, and let me know what you guys think, and see you guys later.